Welcome everyone online, welcome everyone here, Alan, everybody else. Here tonight, we want to do some Sahaja Yoga meditation. Now the thing is, what is Sahaja Yoga? So if it's your first time here tonight, you might have some preconceptions. So we'll just address those for a minute. So Sahaja Yoga. Yoga normally you would imagine that you would do some exercises and keep practicing and cleansing yourself, becoming better and better. And then one day you would get your self-realization, your enlightenment. That's traditional yoga idea. Sahaja Yoga, on the other hand, is spontaneous yoga. So you get your realization, your enlightenment to start with, and then with that light, you can then just keep yourself in a nice balance to always hit that spot. So the meditation spot, which we can talk about that a bit, what it is. I have a bit of an idea how to describe it in that, you know, when you see a lovely vista, see the ocean, hear the ocean, you kind of get that happiness feeling. So we talked a little bit last week and the week before about the first energy center, about that joy of innocence, this one, the creativity. Well, how we develop those qualities and in our light of seeing as how we are, it's the meditation that automatically awakens those qualities or shines the chakras up a little bit so that those qualities are manifesting. So the meditation part, it's not an exercise, it's not a mental idea. So the big thing about Sahaja Yoga meditation is that it's a feeling, and difficult to have a feeling when you're not sure what that feeling is. So I'm just going back in circles now to the ocean and the sounds of the sea. That's a feeling. You feel really nice. So that's kind of the meditation we're after, that feeling. It's empty, but it's full of that joy in the first energy center, full of the creativity. Oh, welcome, welcome. We're only just starting. Most welcome. Do we have some more chairs? You might need a few more chairs. Or you can also consider. So with that idea of meditation being spark, so there's things we do to get that spark of the sunset, the sunrise, the ocean, to get that happening, to get that feeling happening. There's the physical using of our hands so that we don't think about it too much. And then also, if the thoughts are coming too much, we want to deny the thinking. We can just say, oh, not this thought, I'll think about it later. That sort of thing. So even if it's just a little moment where you're feeling that sparkle, bubble vista, that'll get you back from extremes. So if we're talking of extremes, like why would we not have the innocence and joy of our first chakra that you were talking about maybe 2 weeks ago, or why would we not have creative ideas in that we think too much instead of just spontaneously getting good ideas? Why would we not have those? And it's because of an imbalance. That means, so we've got these dimensions of our personality where so when we see the lovely vistas and the panoramas, we go, oh, it's so nice. And so we feel that joy of that moment of meditation. We're in the present, we're in this central channel or central place of being. So we're in the moment, we're in the present, and we're evolving. So we're evolving to become, we'll talk about that in a bit more in a minute, which we're becoming. Eventually, if I ever stop talking. And if we're denying those lovely qualities that we have, we've gone a bit out of the present and out of that lovely central channel of our evolution. So you can see there's a blue one there that starts down at that first energy center that you talked about a couple of weeks ago, and that's the one of our desires or also our past desires in the past. And then there's another one that starts just above where this lovely circular kundalini energy is. Starting from our centre of creativity is a yellow one, and that's our activity. Activity, in theory, is manifests from a desire. So, if we go too far in the desires, in that they get a bit dark and needy, that's going too far on the left. So we go too far in the action from our desire. If the desire is not a nice, pure desire, our activity might be for power or for achieving something. But do we really need to achieve that in this life? So what is our life for? So that's going too far in the activity on the right side in the future. So we plan on being an empire builder, so activity has gotten a bit out of hand. So long story shorter, actually getting out of our minds and not thinking, but feeling that central channel of our evolution and being there for a moment will actually bring us back from those extremes. And the extremes can happen at any level, so it's not just the whole left side is left, the whole right side is right. It could be at other levels of these centers where we, zero and don't want to know about anything. It's just here, we want to loosen that up. But it's probably going into a little more detail. So is not by our thoughts of it. So whilst we need to satisfy our intellect that this is something we actually want to do it we don't want to think about it. So Chaitanya, how would we get into meditation?
Well, first step, just to start, and whole process. It's a very kind of simple exercise. Feel the ground.
Guys, 1 second.
Yes, let's do it. Using our hands and our attention.
The microphone towards somewhere there.
Oh, this is the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
There.
Yep, got it. We're taking up here.
Just to keep us in the present and alert.
Yeah, exactly. So welcome also to the new venue, which is the library. So you may not notice anything different other than we're techie all over the place, but we are in a new venue. So if you're in Canberra, we expect to see you here next week. But the first time you go through getting out of your mind and not thinking too much and getting into meditation, there's a set process which Chaitanya is going to go through with your hands so you don't have to think. And then there's a short meditation after that. We'll have another meditation a bit later. We'll show you the short way to do it. So you don't actually need to go through all of the affirmations, but it's always nice to do so.
Yeah, this is the long version. If you're just starting off.
Yeah. And a nice refresher for us. We never get sick of it. It may be 40 years we're doing it, but we never get sick of it. I hope to be good one day. So want to take us through, Chaitanya? Maybe talk about it a bit and just explain.
Cool. So it's just about kind of raising the energy up to the top of the head, and kind of connecting all the chakras that we can see on the charts. Because as you said, we sometimes go too far to like activity or depression, but by kind of raising the energy and meditating on that, we kind of bring them all into the center where they're just working properly, not too fast, not too slow, at the right pace.
And what is that energy, Chaitanya? I think I forgot to mention that, but you might be able to.
Well, we call it just sort of, the Indian word is Kundalini from Sanskrit, which is just primordial. It just means primordial basic energy. So that which is at first and just starts. So kind of like the first desire, you could say. It's a kind of grow as it is.
Yeah, the first desire. And we are dwelling a little bit on that third energy center, which is
Also our desire to grow, to eat, to be peaceful, to have a home life.
Yes. So the third chakra in the green here is the it's called the Navi. It's kind of just it's the chakra that's over the stomach. So we eat, we absorb, and then from that we gain nutrients for the rest of the body. It's a good way to understand it. And it's green because it's the color of grass, it's the color of living things, and the color of everything that kind of produces more life.
And things that might have happened to us to put this centre out of balance. You know, if we've done fasting a lot, or this, or you know, our food has not been like good for our body, or if we've been searching for more and more food when we actually need it for our body.
There's too much or too little.
Yeah. But anyway, I've derailed you a little bit.
Yes, get back to it.
Yep.
Yeah. So just explain most of it. So we're just raising up energy from the base of the spine at the kundalini here to the top of the head, where it kind of branches out. So we can imagine it as kind of from the basis of creation to the all the nerve centers of the brain, kind of connecting those two energy points, and so the body becomes balanced.
Shall we do that? Shall we get into our first state of meditation? In case it's your first time, you'll be catching up with us all. We'll have a little meditate after that. We've probably got a talk. We have got a talk of Shri Mataji, who's the founder of this Sahaja Yoga meditation, where she'll also dwell a little bit on that third energy center, the Nabi, that we've touched on. So take it away. Let's do our meditation.
Yep, so it's a very simple process, just moving the hands along the sort of centers of the body and just saying a few words at each stage.
Mm-hmm.
So just feet on the ground, hands out.
We've taken our shoes off as well, for those of you online who can't see our feet.
You can take your glasses off as well, just whatever makes you feel more comfortable, a bit more, less under pressure. So just with the right hand, start by placing it over the left heart, and just close your eyes and say, am I the pure spirit? Just say it over in your head until it kind of becomes part of it. So am I the pure spirit? So when you finish, just raise it down to just under the rib cage. This is the part now itself must be that which you kind of gain nutrients from. So just say, am I my own master or guru or teacher? Just say that a few more times. When you're done with that, just place it down again to let the neck kind of meets the waist. And just say, please give me the pure knowledge. Say that a few more times until it's over again. we start by raising up the hand again to once again just into the rib cage. And here to say, this time, I am my own master. I am my own teacher. So it's raising up the energy. Back up to the heart. And here say, I am the true spirit. And when you're done that, just place it on the left side of your neck and just tilt your head just to the right side. Kind of loosens up the neck muscles. Here say, I am not guilty. Because we carry a lot of weight on our neck. And we feel responsible, but ultimately we shouldn't feel guilty. I am not guilty. Then just place your right hand, just the palm, and just kind of bend it in a bit, and then take the weight of your head in the palm. You just say, I forgive everyone, and also I forgive myself. And second to last, just place once again the palm back to your head. Just look ahead a little bit upwards, so you're staring at the ceiling or the sky. Just say, if I have done anything wrong, then please forgive me. You're asking this of yourself, just to be forgiven. Whatever you've done. Because if you can't forgive yourself, who's going to? And then at the end, just place the right palm on the top of the head. Just push it down a little gently and rotate it just in circles very slowly. You just say, please give me my self-realization. Because here is where the energy all kind of comes from. And where it is realization, it's where the light kind of hits. So please give me my self-realization. And then just raise your hands slightly above the head and just put your attention on the kind of the gap between your head and your palm and see what you can feel there. And don't think about it, but just see if there's any feeling or sensation. Some people say there's a breeze or some warmth. You can try the left hand if there is anything there as well. Sometimes people feel it in different parts of the head, so backwards or forwards too. But ultimately just no thoughts, just seeing, kind of focusing on the gap between the head and the hand, what's there. And then when you've achieved that state, just place your hands back on the lap and then just meditate for a few minutes. Just meditate on the gap, kind of the silence.
If you can't, or your attention is kind of disturbed, you can use the right hand to kind of, from the base of the spine, just raise up the energy once again through all the chakras, and then just place it on top of your head. And then once again, just kind of raise it up a bit. See if there's anything in the gap between. You can do this a few times until the thoughts kind of stop. And when you're feeling kind of ready, you can open your eyes.
We will, as mentioned earlier, we'll listen to a talk from the founder of Sahaja Yoga meditation, Shri Mataji, and then we'll carry on with our meditation after that. So just stay in a relaxed meditative mood, and just be aware of how you're feeling on the top of your head, in your hands, in your heart, while you're listening to the talk. Because your meditation, you might find it deepens stronger. By miracles of technology, thank you.
For example, we see Mother Earth giving us these flowers and all that. How can we go mental about it? It's a living process. For any living process, we cannot get mental. So now you will say, all right, this is because the seed has got this and the seed is planted. But how? Why? That you can't answer. You can never answer. Then you'll keep quiet. But say, if there's a sage, he'll say, all right, this is Mother Earth. She wants to give to her children these flowers, fruits, these trees. So she's working it out. So one has to jump from one conditioning of materialism. Now you should see in matter, energy never moves. Energy is stationary. It never moves. And also energies which are moving, so-called, like electricity, this, that, are absolutely blind. Supposing there is electricity here flowing, all right, well and good. But supposing somebody stops it, it will stop. It has no mind. It is a mindless thing. So in materialism, you become mindless. You start seeing also that within yourself, that you have become mindless. And becoming absolutely, I should say, like robot sometimes, which is mindless, which is fixed quantity. And I see very much clearly in the West, I have seen that people have very fixed ideas. It's difficult for them to get out of it because they don't have that movement towards the spiritual subtlety where one can use the mind to do something. We would say that Mother Earth has got the mind. No, that nobody can believe in the West, except for Sahaja Yoga. That the Mother Earth produces these vigrahas. She produces these deities. Nobody will believe. How can you believe such a thing? That this Mother Earth thinks, that this Mother Earth produces these things? But logically you can see, logically. Say a tree has a certain height. The fruits have a certain shape, certain colors, flowers same. Who changes all the seasons? Especially in India, it's very clear-cut 6 seasons. It's called as Ritambhara Pragya in the Hatha Yoga. Now, that is the one which is a lady, which thinks. She has a mind of her own, she decides. And she works out everything. This concept was doubly denied in the West. First is that they cannot accept a goddess. Woman has no part. Right from Socrates onward, nobody has talked much about a woman, except of course there is Sakina and all that, but it's very minor roles they have. Greeks had goddesses who were just like human beings, so that also gets ruled out. And very little was accepted. And when Christianity came, some of the Christians saw to it that there should be no mention of the mother in any way. But despite that, people worshipped the mother. They worshipped the mother of Christ as some like a goddess. Though in the Bible she's talked as a woman in a very derogatory style. She's addressed. So the conditioning of people is about the power of God who hangs somewhere in the air. That He's there and that He gives us everything. But what is the communication? What is the justification or what is the logical thing? How to explain? So you have to say it is a mystery. God is a mystery, He hangs somewhere in the air, He does everything. And how can people believe in it? So the Christian conditioning has been even worse than, I think, Jew conditioning. Because they just took it out, Christ's mother away. Though the painters, artists wouldn't do that. They wouldn't accept. They had the mother there. But despite all that, the motherhood has not been respected that should have been in the Bible, which is a very wrong thing. While Mahalakshmi herself incarnated as Mother Mary, herself, and to say about Mahalakshmi as a woman, I think is a great insult. And where women are insulted like this, where the goddesses are insulted, we cannot expect any spiritual growth unless and until you accept that is the Shakti, is the mother who is the only thing that's the communication between us and the divinity. So this conditioning, Christian conditioning, has to go out as far as the motherhood is concerned. It's very surprising sometimes when I see how these people are trying to bring down the level of a goddess to just a woman. So this is a very big blessing in India, that they respect Mother as the Shakti. And that the whole thing is done by the movement of the Shakti, by the thinking of the Shakti, by the coordination and the understanding and the planning of the Shakti only. It's not done by God Almighty. He's just a spectator. She does everything. Once that concept can fit into your heads properly, then you will see so many conditionings will drop out. Because religion was organized, and in an organized religion you can put whatever you like, the way you want to put it. And it was such a big mistake. By that, people developed a lot of ego, lot of things against women. And also the first sin, they call the original sin and all that, is because of a woman. They really ill-treated women and they have no respect for them. So the women have changed their role, and instead of becoming mothers and goddesses, they have tried to become something like actresses. But you can understand that without the power, there is no sense in anything. And this is the power of love. And this is the power of truth. And once you get that power, you should humble down and know that this power is within us, which has given us all this knowledge, which has given us all this ability to raise the Kundalini. All this is because of energy within us, Shakti within us. Without that, we are nothing. And that too is the mother who has done it.
So let's just continue in our meditation. Just keeping our eyes closed. We'll just try a little balancing technique while we get into our meditation further. Just dropping our right hand towards the earth, towards our Mother Earth. Our left hand is open on our lap. We're just asking Mother, the Divine Mother, please absorb any overactivity on my left side, anything from the past, any habits that are obstructing my evolution. And Mother Earth, Mother Nature, please absorb any impure desire. So that my pure desire can manifest.
my pure desire to be and to become the spirit, to be connected to the all-pervading energy of divine. We're just saying within ourselves a few times that I am not guilty. I am the pure spirit and I'm not guilty. And just bringing the right hand now up to our lap, open on our lap, and bending the left hand so that the left palm is facing behind. So just keeping it comfortably bent, the elbow, palm facing behind. And we'll ask Mother Kundalini, Mother Energy, please absorb any overactivity on my right side. Any overthinking, planning, any ego. Mother, please help me to make my actions come from my pure desire. Please bring me back into the present, not think of the future. Forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Just bringing that left hand down onto our lap now. Just put the right hand on the forehead for a few minutes. And again, just repeat that affirmation that I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Just a few more times, just to clear the agya, the brain center. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Taking the hand on top of our head, just pressing down with the center of our palm on the center of the top of our head. Give it a little rotate, clockwise direction. Mother, please let me feel the state of meditation. Really desiring from your heart to feel the joy and the peace, the silence. Just raising the hand until you can feel a little flow. Just keeping your attention there between the top of your head and your hand. And just bring two hands open on your lap.
try to feel that quiet on each in-breath and out-breath. It's holding at the edge of each in-breath and each out-breath. Hold it for a minute. Well, for a few seconds. And then just let your attention float up to the top of your head. Just have a few minutes of music. Just let the music take you above your head a little further. Just allowing all the noises to just wash over you. You feel that light and silence. of your head. Let's do that a couple of times. And on the third time, just raising your hand and see if you can feel that flow of energy. That's your Kundalini flowing. You should be able to feel it quite strongly now if you've been following along doing this for a few weeks now. You might also feel it if it's your first time as well. Very subtle. That's what you'll be growing as you practice. So let's just opening our eyes. Let's finish off our meditation with the short form of raising our Kundalini that we mentioned earlier. Chaitanya, would you like to take us through that? Oh, I'm on the visuals. So we'll raise our Kundalini with our hands, the short form. So the left hand is rising up, and the right one is spinning around that left hand. So we keep our right side busy, and our desire, pure desire, going straight up to the top of our head and tying a knot. The first, we'll do it 3 times, 1 for each of our channels. Second time, 2 knots. We really want to keep our attention away from our thinking. And the third time, left hand of desire going up high, and then 3 knots to keep our attention up on our 7th chakra. So now we've got nice flow of energy in our hands, and we're going to now protect ourselves. We're going to give ourselves a nice vibrational protection with our right hand, starting on the left side. We'll go over the top of our head and back, and that's 1 for our first chakra. We're going to do it for the 7 chakras, over and back. And this is the shortcut we mentioned about raising your Kundalini and getting into the state of meditation. So you can start and finish meditation by this method, which is quite quick and easy to lose count, but nothing is wrong. Approximately 7, especially if you've been talking. So just see, you might feel a difference in your hands. Nice flow. Always good to check each day how you are. But if anyone has any questions or anything to share, especially if you're online, you can go to the chat and Vara will answer your questions. Very nice to be with you. Lovely meditation, everyone. Thank you. And we'll just finish with a bit of music for those online who would like to carry on meditating. Also, if you're sitting here, you can also carry on meditating. How was your meditation, Alan? How did you go tonight? Felt peaceful? Tummy's feeling good? Getting there? Nice. Slowly? Excellent. Slow is best. Almost made it on time, Mother. So good. And happy meditating. Till we see you again. There. Good night all. Thanks.